harvest. And people would get dressed up with straw and other things to mimic the animals of the time, and plants as a way of like meeting and greeting people, having parties after the harvest. Then it's extended to uh, what they call All Hallows Day, where the fog generally shows up with the transport of the heat, the moisture in the ground, um, coming out of the ground with the air being cooler than the ground. And with that, um, sensations of graves and stuff like that transport out, and ghosts or fields of ghosts pop into people's bodies. And well, the day just passed. Today is the 1st of October. November. And we're about to hit during the George Bush administration, they changed the time standard so that we fall back an hour in November rather than in October. And there was a big stock market rush. China probably, India probably profited greatly off of the time change switch. People out of the U.S. Working with people in the U.S. had 2 weeks of knowing which stock went up and at what time for 2 weeks. So it was amazing. One of the great moments in time. Anyway, this is a collector's guide. I went to the airport yesterday, and this was sitting there. And I've never been to Santa Fe. This is a collector's guide of art in New Mexico, but specifically Santa Fe. There's a couple of Albuquerque pictures, but this was associated with it, an art map of the SVGA, the Santa Fe Gallery Art Association. I've never gone there because I was told not to go there because I'm not gay, and it's mostly gay. Now, you can see this in the beginning of the gay movement in the 60s. This specific font was used, and a Y was put right there and dropped down. See how the words are touching? They had a Y that went like that, and it even fits. So definitely that exists there. And maybe the original paperwork I printed there. But this is a nice pamphlet, and I just felt like showing it to you because it just has a nice feeling to it, even though the meow wolf, that's I guess it's a show. I'm not sure what this is about. I'm doing it in LED light. You're observing something in LED light. I have LED lights that light up my apartment. This is a task light that I use when I want to see more. Obviously, in a camera that doesn't really task out too well, but since we're just studying the use group of the camera, it's an actual place. I guess there are images or something in the wall, an aquarium or something. Anyway, it's a typical pull out, and it gives you location, numbers, and places. Well, you can just absorb the. George O'Keeffe lived in Santa Fe, so that's somebody famous in the history of the U.S. That guy, that American architect Richard Wright, or whatever, not Richard Wright, Frank Lloyd Wright, He might have once or twice. He built probably some things in Santa Fe, but not too far from here in Flagstone, Arizona, which is about 40 miles from here. And that'd be 140 miles from there. I've never been invited to put anything in an art gallery. So it does lend a dubious condition to me. I grew up a New York artist during the Jackson Pollock era, which is the modern movement. I've gone to their studios and stuff, and when I was a child, about 4 years old. Never been respected for it or anything like that. Well, people generally at art, if you were associated with someone, then you would be displayed because you have that understanding in your blood. But in my case, and by the way, they weren't gay. So it's like another revolution. It's in the work of, in the concept of art, the exclusion of artists for the sake of homosexuality. Okay, so go backwards and finish up these. Why would I show you this? Oh, there's no reason. I just, at least, since it's in my hand, I might as well show all of them. And you can gather from the names those particular issues and what religion they are and what ethnicity. Do a little statistical study. And this is the map of them all, so genre legend. Antiques, Asian, ceramic glass, fiber, folk, tribal, furniture, jewelry, modern, contemporary, Native American, old masters, photography, tradition, Western. I guess they would be considered old masters, huh? So I have a catalog here that's issued that gives you a sense of some of the so we use a little projected light here and take a glance through it. Whoops. I was trying to use the stand in my case. Okay, so we're going to look at that. We're looking at LED light, so it's almost like it's a secret. This is probably on the internet, so you could probably not that you know it exists, you could probably pick it up. And I'm in Albuquerque here. Dallas is a really tall mountain, about 37,000 feet, and people live on the top of it and never come down. Dallas is really quite nearby, about 15 miles from here, in the valley of by the Rio Grande and Albuquerque. They call it a town, but it's kind of really in Albuquerque. Some more galleries, and it gives you the dots for what they do and what's in there. Soldiers and more galleries. A cityscape. There's a church and there's a couple of gay people holding hands over here in our gallery with those kind of like screens where they show the art, or casements where the art is like in a shadow box. The downtown map of where everything is. The colorful. The painted donkey is a concept that's still in the air, and the mystical horse. Asian people, I guess they came after the war, and then here's an image that's similar to Japan, I guess, or maybe China. The snow-capped volcano with the clouds below. Noah's Ark, huh? Indian artwork, jewelers, and old cars. The other reason I was showing this was I was thinking if the Kiyomi was going to have like a newspaper that people like participated in around the world, there also could be an art gallery catalog. Because the newspaper proposal that I put up was to show people's art in that area. So the catalog could be done by Kiyomi and reference that paper issue in the posts. People can flip through and find it. Get more information on it.